Hi guys, it's Haley Hercules with Hercules Homes in Coldwell Banker Gundaker in Winsville, Missouri. I wanted to talk to you guys today about something that I have seen more and more of here recently as the market continues to heat up. And it's buyers who think they're going to get a better deal on a property because they don't have a buyer's agent. What I mean by that are there's buyers that are going out and viewing properties either with open houses or exclusively calling the listing agent, but choosing to represent themselves in a transaction. And they're doing this because they think they're going to get a better deal because the seller is not going to have to compensate their buyer's agent since they don't have one and they're representing themselves. And I'm here to kind of squash that and explain to you why that is not the case. So I'm going to elaborate on this a little bit further with a specific situation that happened to me. I had a new listing that came on the market and I got a phone call from a buyer who informed me that he was not being represented by an agent but wanted to view the property and was planning to represent himself in the transaction of the property that he found and chose to write an offer on. So all fine and dandy, I meet him over there. He and his wife go through the house, very lovely couple. At the end, he informed me that he was going to go ahead and submit an offer, but his offer was going to be less 2.7%, which he justified because the sellers would not have to pay out the 2.7% commission that we were marketing to pay out to the buyer's agent since he didn't have one and he was representing himself. I informed him that indeed was not the case. My sellers would be paying still the full commission that we had discussed, and they would not be getting a discount of 2.7% since he didn't have a buyer's agent. And I explained to him it was not because I was greedy, but the reason that I do that is because I am now responsible for doing all the legwork that a normal buyer's agent would do. You know, I am potentially meeting an appraiser or an inspector at the property to give them access to the home because the buyer doesn't have a super key to let them in. So that's relied upon me to do. I'm touching base with the buyer's lender to make sure everything's, on track to close on time. I'm doing double the paperwork. Even though I can't advise the buyer as to what they need to do, I'm still doing double paperwork, whether I'm meeting them for signatures or taking time out of my day to send things via DocuSign for them to sign it. I am still putting my time in. Therefore, I need to be compensated for my time. I use the analogy and explain to Mr. Buyer that it wouldn't be fair for him to go to work and work a full day and not be paid. Same way with me. If I'm putting the time in, I need to be compensated for my time, flat out. So that is why I do not give my sellers a break. And quite frankly, I can guarantee my sellers are fine with that because I do the work and I make sure we get to the closing table. So being a buyer, going in, representing yourself is not doing you a service and you're not going to get a better price on it. Secondly, I think in this competitive market right now, not being represented exclusively by a buyer's agency and having a buyer's agency with a buyer's agent is definitely a disservice to you. Just because in this market right now, it is so competitive. So you really need the expertise of a professional who does this every day. Somebody who's aware of the contract, who knows what your requirements are set forth in the contract, to know your deadlines, to know what we need to do to get to the closing table. Reading about it online is not going to cut the trick. You need somebody who has their hands on this and deals with this every day. So you need to make sure you choose a buyer's agent and choose them wisely. Go to open houses, interact with agents, find an agent that you're going to mesh well with. Call around, find agents who are willing to sit down and do a buyer's consultation with you. That does not obligate you to that agent. Instead, you guys are sitting down to really see if you guys are going to connect and if that agent has what you're looking for in an agent, okay? For instance, buyers of mine that we maybe have been out and we have seen everything on the market because like we all know inventory is super low right now. So I will go above and beyond for those people who have chose to hire me and have written agency with me because I take that very seriously. You have hired me to help you with one of the biggest purchases and investments of your life. I take that very, very seriously. So I'm going to go above and beyond. I'm going to connect with agent networking groups that I have to see maybe if somebody has something that's going to be coming on the market, potentially able to get you into properties before they're actively listed, thus avoiding the multiple offers or the bidding wars that we have seen a lot more going on lately. So hopefully this sheds some light on why I feel that having an exclusive agency with a specific buyer's agent is very important, especially in today's competitive market. If you have questions, comments, or disagreements, feel free to shout out to me at haley.hercules@gmail.com. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.